If I go to Fleetwood on Saturday, we can talk about stats all day long, but the hard facts say 1 defeat in 5 games, 2 wins, 2 draws in there. Not in bad shape, and everybody always wants that little bit more, but how do you see things?
Yeah, things aren't all bad. We are still a long way from our destination. We've got lots of work to do, but it's part of a process and part of a journey that we're on at the moment. We're okay with where we're at. We want and think we can be doing better, but we're honest enough to know that. We're working extremely hard on the training pitch to put things right, but I don't think there's a great deal wrong.
No, since we had those back-to-back defeats at Cheltenham and Forest Green, I think they're the stats I mentioned. 1 defeat in 5, a couple of wins, a win and a draw away from home. So you're moving back in the right direction.
Yeah, and I said Saturday I thought was more like us. We looked more energetic, more determined, more intense, and there was parts of that I was really pleased with. Obviously parts that we can improve on, but I thought there was moments and flickers in that game that I thought, yeah, this looks more like us. We just want to see that now more consistently, and hopefully that starts on Saturday. Yeah.
The other big statistic talking about is goals scored, but again, not as black and white as it appears to be. As again, you've been looking at 1 or 2 stats and we're not a million miles away.
Yeah, I mean, everyone will look the fact that we're not conceding goals very often. Obviously, the best record in the league, I think, and think, oh, well, we're putting men behind the ball, we're defending deeper, we're changing things. Well, we haven't. We're just managing games better with the ball. And in terms of our attacking play, look, in terms of our chance creation, we're up there, near the top of the league. We're just not taking those chances at the moment. But we have to have belief that eventually those chances will start to go in. We have to back our strikers and everyone else to start taking those opportunities. And once they do, we think we can go on a really good run of form and push our way back up this league again. But for now, it's just head down, hard work, and keep focusing on progress and improvement.
And as you say, and back the players we've got, because they're the players and they've done well in the past and they're not doing badly at the moment. Just keep them confident, I suppose.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, we've looked at some historical data on our strikers and, the finishing of chances that they get, and a lot of them are underachieving from where they've been in their careers at the moment. That happens sometimes. You go through these spells, but we'll back them to turn that around and to strive for improvement, to keep practicing positive messaging, positive reinforcement, repetition on the training ground, all those things, and get them back to scoring goals on a regular basis.
And the real world gets in the way sometimes, because Jon scored against Barnes, he came off the bench probably on a real high, might have played Saturday and he wakes up poorly. These things just happen sometimes. Yeah,
exactly that. I mean, we haven't had a clear run with Jon yet this season. He's had 2 or 3 injuries, he's had bits and bobs of illness as well, certainly this week. So yeah, we'll see how he comes through today. It was his first day back in today after a bit of a nasty bug virus. And hopefully he's fit enough to play a part on Saturday, but we'll monitor that tomorrow. Yeah,
and then Backer's not available on Saturday. He's on international duty, and I know he goes with your blessing. It's a tricky one for a club manager.
Yeah.
But
look, I just don't think it's the right thing to do to ever say you can or you can't go. Certainly can't go. I was never fortunate enough to be an international football player, and I have great admiration for those that manage to play for the country. We do feel like it's an honour to play for your country, and if that honour comes calling, then we'll always give the players that responsibility to make the selection what they feel is best for them. No issues with Bakker going to Sierra Leone to play for them. We wish him well, obviously, shake his hand, and we'll manage without him this Saturday.
Yeah, it is just certainly for one league game. Personnel-wise, a little bit of illness in the camp, and then a little bit of suspension news. Obviously, unfortunately, Kyle can't play, which is a shame, because he played so well last week, and he can't go back to his former club, but MJ's back in the group. Yeah,
MJ's back. Kyle's missing through suspension, an unfortunate one. I do think he played very well on Saturday, but there's an opportunity for someone else to stake a claim in the team. Bits of illness around this week, but nothing too bad, and hopefully we'll be ready for Saturday.
Fleetwood was a tough one last year, but I had a quick look back, and it was in the part of this bleak midwinter. The squad you had that day was unbelievable. The bench, perhaps nearly played yourself, and that's not been rude to those that were there. We were very stretched.
We wouldn't want that.
You're going back with a very different setup this time.
Got a completely different squad and a completely different team. Obviously, they've been hard to beat this season. I think they've only lost 4 games. They've been competitive in virtually every game, so we know it's going to be tough. It always is up there. And last season we had weather like we've got today. Hopefully that changes for Saturday. I think the forecast is a little bit brighter, but we're not fair weather footballers here. We want to go out and perform in any conditions, and whether it's sunshine or rain, we'll go out there and play to the best of our abilities and try and get 3 points.
And it's your birthday, so I believe. So
yeah, whisper that quietly.
Yes, I'll say that very quietly.
Thank you.
But it would be nice, not for you, but for everybody. When, everybody, once we've got a little enforced break, haven't we, just to go into that and in a winning turn would be nice.
Yeah, and that's that. We just want to keep progressing, really. As I said, there aren't too many league fixtures this month, so it's just about getting back to our performance consistency, our levels that we can get to. We've got an opportunity on Saturday to do that, and then a good cup match at home to try and progress in that competition. But first and foremost, we're fully focused on Fleetwood, and we'll give it our best shot on Saturday.